What's up guys, welcome to this video. In this video we're going to talk about the 3 reasons why people think that they can't meditate, or the 3 reasons why they don't meditate. At least the most popular reasons I get when I ask people why they don't meditate. Stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to show you a beginner's tip on how to meditate and continue meditating. The first one is a perceived lack of time. Pretty much everybody I ask why you don't meditate, it's because they say, well, I don't have enough time to meditate. And what they don't realize is that meditation actually gives you more time in your day. Now I know what you're thinking. What? How is that possible? Well, obviously it takes time to meditate, but what meditation does is think of it like a computer. It closes all the tabs that you left open, causing your computer to run slowly, or it closes all the apps you left on your phone that cause your phone to run slower. So when you sit there and meditate, it closes those things up, causing you to be more effective, more energized for when you do need to, tackle that task that you're saying that you need to tackle. You'll be able to do it with a clear head, with more calmness, with more gratitude, more love, basically. So the lack of time thing is kind of funny for me, because if you don't have time in your day but you're stressed, then prioritizing meditation is probably something you should do over a couple other things. Like maybe instead of scrolling for an hour, you only need 15 minutes, scroll for 45 minutes, and at the end of that scroll, set a timer for 15 minutes and try to meditate. Or when you're pressing snooze 3 times, which equals 5 minutes each per snooze, that's 15 minutes. Just get out of bed and go straight to meditation, because you want to start the day with meditation. It really, really, really helps when you're not reacting to the day. You set intentions and you start in a relaxed state. See how you tackle that day. Like, I promise you it's gonna be a lot better. Or even, and this may be a hot take, but even maybe make your workout a little bit shorter, because say you're working out for an hour or an hour and 15 minutes, instead of doing an hour and 15 minutes or an hour, do it 15 minutes shorter, and at the end of your workout, do a meditation, because that's a really good time to meditate too. And if you're already prioritizing time for your body and making yourself look the best, why not feel the best too? Because even though you think it's important to work out your body, and it's equally, if not more important, to work out your mind. Because if you have a nice looking body but your mind isn't sharp, then what's the point really? All right, so the second most popular reason that I get for people why they don't meditate is because they can't focus when they're meditating. They think that every time I sit down and try, thoughts come into my mind, I'm just thinking too much and I can't meditate, and that's why I don't do it. Well, I hate to say it again, but that's part of the process. Just like lifting up and curling that weight, that's 1 rep right there. Every time you sit down to meditate and thoughts flow through your brain, and you go back to whether it's watching your breath or using a mantra, which I recommend and I'll talk about at the end of this video, that's another rep, that you just added to your meditation muscle, your brain, because that's what your brain does. Your brain is designed to think and get you out of problems, and constantly be worrying about stuff and being like, oh, you don't like that, you don't like that, you don't like that. That's why when you lay down for bed, you can't sleep, because your mind's going a mile a minute, because you were distracting it all day long with work, school, phone, TV, whatever it is. You don't allow yourself to offload those things that are going on in your brain. That's why when you lay down, your mind goes crazy. So this meditation actually will allow you to get rid of all those thoughts that are going through your brain. You gotta let them come through, you gotta let them come through, and you gotta let them pass, so that way they don't come back. And the best way to do that is to have a single point of focus that you have when you meditate. So for all the people that I teach meditation to, or in my videos, I recommend using a mantra. I always tell people that they can just use mine if they want to, which is Sha La Om, Sha La Om, Sha La Om. I just repeat that over and over in my head, giving me a single point of focus, so that when thoughts do come, and they still come for me too, and I've been meditating for years now, and they still come into my brain every once in a while, but always go back to the mantra without judging myself, without being mad at myself, and especially without quitting, and boom, now I can get through 50 meditation like that. Like it's so quick. I actually want to start doing it a little bit longer now, because 15 minutes kind of isn't cutting it for me right now, but I'm enjoying it. It goes perfectly with my day, so not complaining. Same thing with watching the breath. If you're watching your breath, you can always come back to watching your breath, and that's kind of harder to explain, but some people like to do that instead of having a mantra. But I think if you're a beginner meditator, which is probably why you're here, you don't know anything about watching the breath, and you don't want to try that. So I would say stick to a mantra. Pick from this sheet here, pause it, and write one down. I just like a 3-syllable one. You don't need a 3-syllable one. You can use 1 syllable or whatever. But just for me, Sha La Om, Sha La Om, Sha La Om. That really helps, my mantra, which is my vehicle, drive me straight to my transcending or whatever, just kidding, into my relaxation. But remember, we don't meditate to become good meditators. We meditate to become good at life. So meditation is not some trick that you can just show your friends, be like, look how good I am at meditating. Like, no one's going to care, even if they're looking, they're not even going to understand. It's more of that you become better at reacting. Say your fiance or your husband or your brother, your sister, whatever says something to you that might usually get you like, wow, why would they say that? But meditation, especially through the years, your reactions will be more calm. You'll be able to handle situations, that life throws at you because you're a master meditator. All right, the last thing that I get, which is not so common, but I do get it quite a bit, is that people say that it's just too woo-woo. And that's one of the main reasons why I got into teaching meditation instead of just being a meditator, is because I don't like that. I want people like my family to meditate, which none of them do. My mom doesn't, no one in my family meditates, but they really should, because these people, are the ones who need it the most. Like, I love them to death, but, coming from the type of family that we were into, like, they're fighting all the time. They're always, bickering, especially during family events. Like, everyone's just so unhappy, and they just think that, like, life is happening to them. They don't realize that, they are in control of how they feel. They don't have to let every outside thing affect them and make them feel like crap, so I come to basically make the meditation more normalized in the world, and realize that, like, or to help people realize that, meditation is not just a woo-woo thing. It's not going to go against your religion. It's not going to make you, hate whatever you were doing beforehand, like, spiritual. It's not going to make you a guru, or it's not going to make you some hippie or whatever like that. I know there's a lot of people who think that kind of stuff, and the most successful people, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all the top performers, CEOs, those people aren't woo-woo. Those people are wearing suits, making money, going out and doing their thing, but yet they still find time to meditate, because being at that top level, they have the most stress, worrying about a whole company, worrying about thousands of people that they got to pay. And it's people like that need it the most. Well, I don't want to say that, because I think everyone needs it, or can benefit from it. But they're high performers, so it really, really helps them the most. But on the other hand, I also feel like people who are like in poverty or can't afford going to a therapist. And I'm not saying that if you need a therapist, like, don't go to a therapist and meditate instead. But like, if you can't afford one and you still need the help, like, why not try meditation? It's free. You can sit down anywhere and do it. You can go to a park and do it. You can do it on your couch. You can do it. I can do it right here in this video. it'd be boring for you guys, but I could just do it right now. All you gotta do is stop. And just like that, I'm meditating. It's something that I feel like will lower the stress, help you see the things that you don't see, and just make you better at life, make you a better performer, make you a better husband, make you a better wife, make you a better sister, brother, whatever. It just makes you a better person. Those are the 3 reasons I get all the time when I ask people, like, why they don't meditate. And I just come to tell you that, stop making excuses. It's time to stop making excuses. Sit down, get as comfortable as you need to, set a timer for 15 minutes. You don't have to meditate for 15 minutes, just the timer for 15 minutes helps, so that that you set that aside time, or set that time aside, and you can be like, oh, because your brain will tell you, like, no, you got to do this, you got to do that, you don't have time for this, you don't have time for that, but you allowed yourself 15 minutes. So yeah, comfortable place, sit down for 15 minutes, and just shala om, shala om, shala om, or whatever mantra you decide. But I recommend trying. If you are going to give it a try, or you struggle with any of these things, please leave a comment down below, or let me know the reason why you don't meditate, and maybe I can answer it in the next video. I appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.